What's up, Rockstar? Awesome to see you. So in today's workout, we are going to be targeting a very important and often neglected part of the body, the posterior chain, the back muscles. Now, what is really important for you to know about why I want you to train your back muscles on the regular is because so many of us are doing jobs all day that we're sitting at the computer, or maybe you're using your phone a lot, maybe you're texting a lot, and see how this position I'm in right now where I'm like rounded forward looking down? What happens specifically around your shoulder joint is that the muscles in the front of your body are activating when you're in this position. And so they're constantly pulling and putting pressure on your shoulder, on the bone itself, on that joint, and they're pulling you in this direction. Now, when you go and you actively start doing a bunch of push-ups and you start doing a bunch of other workout moves that activate those same muscles, sometimes they can get a little overworked, and also it can aggravate the joint unless you are also bringing balance to your body by training their opposing muscles, the muscles that pull us back, the muscles that do the movements of external rotation, just like this, okay? So anything that pulls you out of this position. Now, I'm guessing, probably just like me, not a lot of you guys are rowing a boat for a living. Not a lot of people are doing those external rotation or pulling moves on a daily basis very often. So that's why it's so important that you add in workouts like this to the heavy rotation of your training program to have real balance in your upper body and your joints. Now, this is true of all of the areas of your body, all the joints of your body. I recently wrote an article about balancing your joints and protecting your body, and I'd love for you to read it. I'll make sure to put a link in this post for you so that you can read a little bit more about that. I just want you to train in a balanced, functional way that really supports your body. So today we're going to get right into some really great moves that you could do at home for your back, for your upper and lower back, okay? So it's going to be not too long. You're going to get all of the form notes right below this video, and let's get right into it. So the very first move that I want you to practice is one that's going to activate your upper traps, your rhomboids, and your shoulders. So we're going to practice it first on the floor so you can get the movement, and we're going to take it to a standing position. So you're going to come down onto your mat or the floor, depending on where you are, and you're going to put your arms at a 90-degree angle, just like this. And what I want you to first do is just tune in to squeezing your shoulder blades back and down slightly here, and feel your shoulders make contact with the floor. Good job. Okay, now from this position, keeping your shoulders contacting the floor, I want you to just slowly raise your arms up overhead, and you can only go as high as you can go without that shoulder rotating forward. It's very common for this to be super challenging. So just be where you're at, and maybe your shoulder doesn't touch the floor yet. I want you to really work on that rotation backwards. Rotate your shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then try the lift. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 here, and it's okay if you're not going up super, super high. If your hands aren't touching, I can only make it to about there. Good. 3, 4. Let's go for 5 and 6, 7. I know this might not seem like much, but you need this. This is so important for you. 9, last one, and 10. Now this awareness that you're developing of squeezing your shoulders back and down to touch the floor, it's very, very important. Now let's go ahead and rock ourselves up. I'm gonna do this standing on my couch against my wall. I want you to find a wall to stand against. And what we're gonna do is actually I'm just gonna squat down almost into a wall sit. I'm hovering just above my couch. You could do this seated if you like. I'm gonna press my lower back, my lower spine into the wall, just like that, because I want a little extra bonus leg burn here. So I'm gonna do the same thing I was doing on the floor. So I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades back together while simultaneously trying to press my lower back into the wall, which is hard, right? Because you might wanna arch your back. Don't do that. Try to press it to engage it. Feel the burn through your legs. Now you're just gonna do the same thing, but you must try to get your right and left shoulder back to touch the wall. My right shoulder barely wants to touch. My right side is more dominant than my left. It tends to be more rotated forward. It's really why I practice these very mindful exercises. Often, all the things that we're gonna do today are things that are in my heavy rotation. So work on this, and you will feel that it is more challenging when you're doing this in an upright position. That's one of the reasons I like to include the wall sit, because it also lets me focus on the bonus burn in my butt and legs while I'm doing this. Great job. Let's do a few more here. I'd recommend you do 10 of each, just to get into those shoulders, to really work on that position. Oh my gosh, I'm already sweating. 3, 2, last one. Oh, really nice job. All right, woo, shake it out. Let's come away from our wall. We're going to come on down onto our mats, and we're gonna work on the lower back. So go ahead and come down all the way onto your belly. And we're gonna do some Superman lifts, just to really work the lower back muscles, which really will help support your abdominals. And we're also gonna work the paraspinal muscles, which work up and down both sides of your spine to help keep you upright. So arms out, legs up straight, lift and lower, lift and lower. Absolutely fine if your legs come out a little wider here than mine. That actually will help you stabilize. If you want a little additional challenge, go ahead and bring your toes in closer together, just like this. Awesome work. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1. Take a quick little break here. Shake it out. We're gonna do some swimmers. Swimmers are so awesome. All right, so we're gonna straighten the arms out again, straighten the legs, and I'm gonna alternate kicking up with my left foot straight and my right arm straight, then left arm, right leg, and we're just gonna swim. Swim. Good, so you feel that you have a little contraction in your lower back, and you're just alternating the leg and arm. This is great for your mind-muscle connection. Awesome work. Now, if this is a little bit painful or too challenging, try isolating just the upper body or just the legs. Just try working on that, and then add it all in together when you feel comfortable. Always work within your limits, pain-free. You're not getting stronger when you're hurting yourself. Keep going. 3, 2, last one. Oh, amazing job. All right, the next move. If you have some light dumbbells at home, this would be a great time to add them in. If they're not required for this move, although they can really add a nice resistance. I'm gonna show you with the dumbbells, and I'll also show you without. So we're gonna do a renegade row. You can do the renegade row, and this is gonna really target the rhomboids, the muscles that help pull our shoulders back together, and also the mid-traps. So what you wanna do is come into a tall plank or a kneeling plank. So the shoulders are stacked just over our wrists. Same thing if you're in the kneeling position. I just wanna make sure we have a flat back, belly button hugging in and up. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna alternate rowing one arm up and then the other. You feel that squeeze between your shoulder blades each time you row up. Good. Keep going. And of course you can do this kneeling, and you can also do this without any weights at all, and it may feel good on your wrists to do it with soft fists down on the ground. And one of the common reasons people will have sore wrists when they are doing push-ups and doing workouts like this, keep going if you're doing the rowing, is because their shoulders are rotated too far forward, and it's putting the wrong pressure over the wrist joint. So really working on these back strengthening movements can help you bring balance and stability to your shoulder joint and your upper body, and help stabilize the other structures all the way down your arm. I definitely recommend seeing a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, some kind of support person to help you if you do have pain when you're exercising. Don't keep exercising on pain. 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. All right, next move. We're gonna bring it back to the Superman lift again, but we're gonna add a new piece to it. So if you have weights, just go ahead and slide them out of your way. Get those out of the way. Come on, back down onto your stomach. And what you're gonna do this time is each time you lift, you're going to be bringing your elbows in towards your back, okay? So it's like this, lift and squeeze. You can feel free to practice it with just the upper body portion, just to see how that feels. And then go ahead and add the lower body portion. Nice, great work. Now what we're doing here is really tuning into those muscles between our shoulder blades. So really bring your focus and attention to them. Let them work for you. You're working your lats here, your trapezius muscle, which is one of the larger muscles in your body. It runs all the way from the top of from the base of your skull down to your lower lumbar vertebrae. So it's a big muscle and it attaches to your shoulder joints. Very important to work it, strengthen it, so it can help support you. Good. Just 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last 1. Great job. Now we're going to get out of this position. So let's go ahead and press back up to tabletop. Just like this, hands just below your shoulders. Curl your toes under and lift your hips up high, coming into down dog. Really nice. Let's turn our index fingers to face each other slightly. So your pinkies are sort of more parallel with the length of your mat. And what you're going to do here is we're going to do some dolphin presses. So I want you to go ahead and drop your head, allowing your elbows to come out. And drop your head, elbows come out. Great job. Now you can definitely make this less challenging by coming forward slightly. You can also try this on your knees. You walk your knees back, lift your hips, and press away, which will take some of the pressure off of your shoulders. So really work to see where you're at with this. Good. Let's just do 10, 9, 8. And my hips tend to want to walk forward a little bit. It's natural, so try to keep engaging. Press back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. It's a small movement. Good job. All right, so we're going to come back up and finish ourselves with just a couple final movements. Now, I'm going to be using my light weights for this one. If you have water bottles or olive oil jars or wine bottles even, this is a great time to grab some household objects that can give you some good resistance. If you're at the gym, obviously, you can use some dumbbells. Don't go super heavy here. Let's test ourselves first and see where we're at. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these dumbbells or water bottles or any object that you have that's weighted. And you're going to hinge forward at your hips to about a 45-degree angle with your body. Let's see, I'll start from here. Belly button's in and up. Shoulders are not rounded forward here. We're going to keep them squeezed back together, and then we hinge forward. And then the weights are going to come in front of me. And again, I'm just checking in to make sure that I have a slight engagement between my shoulder blades. And I'm going to turn my palms out slightly. We're going to do some reverse flies. So just like this, up and out. Pay attention to being smooth here. See if you can feel if your right and left shoulder are doing the same amount of work. When I watch myself back on a video, I'll often see that my right side is going up a little higher than my left. Here, let's see what's happening. I can't see myself in the mirror, but you can watch me. And you can work on building your own awareness of your own body. If you have a mirror handy, awesome to check in, see how you're doing. Great job. These feel really good. Keep it up. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Come on, all the way up. Nicely done. I'm going to set my weights down. Always bend your knees when you place your weights down. You don't want to round your back forward and drop them to hurt yourself. So that is a really great circuit. I'll put the timestamp down below this video in case you want to roll back through it a second time. Highly, highly encourage you to read the post I was talking about that has some of the joint balancing information that will really help you bring awareness to your training. And I really recommend that you add in back strengthening exercises to your routine a couple times a week just to help combat the sort of stresses that we have on our bodies just from everyday life, not even just from your workouts. Even when you're, say, training in a balanced manner, maybe your training program already includes back strength in it. I might add in one extra day or one extra routine like this to my week just to bring balance to all of my daily activities that are over-activating some of those muscle groups we talked about that put pressure on the shoulders. So anyway, I hope that this video was helpful for you and that you learned some good stuff. Of course, I can't be there to assess you or muscle test you myself. I can't diagnose anything, but I highly recommend that you find a great practitioner in your area if you suspect you may have something going on in your shoulder joint, wrist joint, any of your joints at all. I always recommend seeking care locally so that you can get the care that you deserve and be able to continue training injury-free. I personally see a physical therapist every 4 to 6 weeks for preventative maintenance because I am very physically active and I have had injuries in the past, so I like to be very proactive in my self-care in that way. So again, I hope this was helpful to you. Please leave comments down below. Let me know if you have questions, and it was so great getting to spend some time with you today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Betty Rocker, and you are so awesome and amazing. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you here next time. Bye.